Hey guys, it's NezZy, back again with another Destiny6 video. So today, I know it's only been 14 hours since my last video, but the update just did go live. And the update has been live, I think, for about 3 hours now, but come on guys, for me it's like 6 a.m., okay? Like, I just woke up. I had to put like 5 alarms, or 6. So, anyway, updates here. Cut me some slack, I'm a little bit late, but here we are. One disclaimer though, and sadly that 5-man PvP or PvE content that they were talking about, kind of like the Rift in Summer's War, has not been released, which is understandable. I think it's going to be a really big update for that, and Destiny 6 has been releasing content every 2 or 3 weeks, so I think it would have been a lot of pressure to put on them to get a new scenario update, something like that big, in just 3 weeks after their last update, or 2 weeks after their last update, so that's fine. Update notice, so right now we do have an increased rate to pull either the Shaolin or Elke. Both units are great for debuffs, but I think Elke being just so heavily featured for debuffs is a bit better. But again, all units have their use. I'll cover the Shaolins later on, okay? So here's the content for this patch. We have a new hero, Garden of World Tree Elke. 5-star heroes added. I'm not sure if that means that 5-star heroes have been added to guild conquest rewards, or that the chances of heroes have, or the chance of receiving 5-star heroes has gone up, because translation, you guys know. Melissa Black Market and Time Shop new items are going to be on sale, and stats have been increased for 5-star heroes. There are 14 heroes that have received a buff. I'm not familiar with all of them, so I'm just gonna go to all 14 of them, look at each one, and you guys can tell me what's new, or if I notice what's new, I can tell you guys. And then Tower of Promises has been reset, and Carol's trials are no longer in the game. That being said, let's take a quick look at this video right here. It's about Elke. Oh, this is exciting! Alright, so without further ado, let's go into the codex. And I think she's going to be in the Sylvis. Yep. So let's go ahead, guys. Let's look at this. Remember, this is my first time looking at these units, so I might miss a few things, but that's why we have the community, right? So if I make any mistakes, correct me in the comment section down below. And guys, always check the comment sections, because sometimes there are tips or corrections for me, because I've sometimes talked too quick. So first of all, we have the Scissor Elke with Eclipse, cooldown of 40 seconds, breakpoint of 2, it has charging and damage taken, so it's AoE damage, she skills off max HP, and this should probably be, it has a 12% chance to form a vacuum, so this should be a multi-hit, so you can rune it with concentration, but I think I would rune her with Vitality. So 12% chance to cause a vacuum for 1.5 seconds, increase damage taken by the opponent by 30% for 10 seconds, and this goes up to a 31 second. The cooldown goes down by 9 seconds, guys. That's not even funny. And it goes up to 3 breakpoints, AoE damage up to 75% of your max HP, 16% chance to vacuum, 50% damage taken increase for 15 seconds. That's pretty good. Holy cow, that is pretty good. And then she has Twilight. I hate the movie though. It was so bad. So let's see how far this goes up. Alright, this one only has a 5-second cooldown. You recover HP and you remove debuffs. So HP recovery of 5% of your team, 10% of your caster's HP, and it heals you 4 times. It deals damage as well of 52% of your HP, immediate HP recovery of 10% of cast HP when inside attack range. So I'm guessing right now this is a circular attack range. So if you yourself fall within the circle of effect, the area of effect, when you deal the damage, you will actually also heal yourself immediately for 10% of your own HP. Huh. Okay, so I guess you always want to just be inside the healing or inside the damage area to maximize healing, and then you have a 100% chance to remove one debuff from your ally, which is great. The debuff only stays at 1. The team HP recovery goes up to 10. 12% of your own HP, 6 times though. Damage is going to be equal to 83% of your max HP, and then HP recovery equals 35% of casters. Oh, she is so good. She's a good healer. I mean, yes, she has the vacuum and the damage taken too, but she's such a good healer. Oh my god. Like, I think I would prefer her over Yona simply because, well, her staff has all those cool animations, first of all. And second of all, she deals so much more damage too. Decrease the damage taken by allies by 25%. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So you put her in your core 3 and then Scissor Yanuk in your striker position, or vice versa. That's a 45% damage taken reduction. Okay? And then if you have a defense buff or a damage taken reduction buff, such as with Paper Francisca, who, by the way, got buffed, you will be taking almost no damage. That is insane. So her strike is Eclipse. AoE damage of 90% of her max HP. That's a pretty high multiplier. 4 breakpoints, only 5,000 strike points. 21% chance to cause a vacuum, increase damage target by 60% for 15 seconds. So let's just look at her skill preview, because I'm not sure what is... I'm guessing her first skill is a multi-hit, and then her second skill, it might be a multi-hit or a... So let's just look over here. It's a 1, 2, 3... Oh. Wow, it does several hits. Let's just try to hit one of them, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has 5 hits, and while those 5 hits are being taken, she will actually be also targeting 1 unit. It's vacuum, so what it will do is it will pull the units further away from you or closer to you, depending on where. So right here, I'm using it to pull them closer to me. It depends where the center of the circle is. So that's pretty darn good. It's a multi-hit for 5 hits. And then look at this range. Okay, so I'm inside. Okay, you guys see when I did that, I immediately recovered. There were 2 blue numbers above my head. I'm guessing that does not happen when I do this. Oh, never mind. Wait, what's the point then? Regardless of where this circle is, she's going to put herself inside the circle. So she's going to be healing that extra 10% or the extra 35% regardless. And it's a multi-hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits on both. Super good heals. I think she's amazing. She's an amazing healer. Vitality, and then for she does get a 9-second cooldown on her first skill. So if you guys want to maximize on cooldowns, I would go with Grit just to maximize cooldowns. But you guys know me, I'm probably going to go for Resistance just because. Or you guys can even go for Precision to maximize her chances of landing the debuffs. You know, I think I'll actually go with Precision. Because, Precision. Yeah, Precision for sure. Alright, let's move on. So this is the Paper Elke, Vine of Despair. Okay. Restrained. I think that's a new concept into the game. I've never seen it restrained before. AoE damage of 45% of your max HP, 34-second cooldown. This goes up to... You only lose 3 seconds. So that's not a lot. But you have a chance to restrain them for 6 seconds, and then the AoE damage becomes equal to 70% of her max HP at skill 5. 80%, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a single hit, but it's for 6 seconds. I don't know what restrain does. We'll find out. Right here, I think that she could even replace Paper Helga. Well, not really, but basically she does AoE damage, right? That's okay, 55% of AoE damage off her max HP, then increases status activation chance by 30 seconds for 4 seconds, and then decreases the opponent's status resistance by 35% for 10 seconds. So the combined effect should be more overwhelming than Paper Helga. However, Paper Helga just increases buffs by 50%. We've talked about this, remember guys? Buffs are always 100% unless you get stunned or unless you have a buff block on you. Debuffs are always going to be pretty much 50-50 because of resistance and how RNG works. So it's always better to have a status activation buff. But if you guys don't have Paper Helga or you guys don't want to build a Tianjin, you can use her as well. However, note that Tianjin will do activation chance increase by 18 seconds, and she only does it for 4 seconds. So I don't think she's very viable for Conquest. I mean, she could be, but that 4 seconds stays at 4 seconds. Activation chance goes to 80% though. Holy cow! Holy cow! Are you guys seeing this? Yes, I mean 50% chance to decrease target status resistance by 50% for 15 seconds, but holy cow! Status activation chance goes up to 80%, guys. You're landing everything then. Well, again, not everything, but that's really good. Decreases crit damage taken by ally heroes by 15%. So I don't know where I would use this. Maybe in arena, if around your range you're just running into a lot of people that are bringing in crit Juns or Julians or Benitos, and they're just doing a lot of crits onto you. Because this damage reduction only applies when you get hit by a critical hit. And because the game's critical rate is so hard to take over 45%. Like highest I've seen is like 45% on someone else. For me, the highest I've ever achieved is 42%. So not a very viable leader skill in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Thorn of Jealousy. Activation chance increased by 100%. Are you kidding me? Jesus. AoE damage of 90% of max HP. 60% chance to decrease target resistance by 60% for 15 seconds. So she's actually pretty darn good. And here's why, okay? I think that even with her skill 2, what's going to happen is that she's going to increase her activation chance first and then apply the status resistance debuff. So after that, immediately take in your bleeder and your Ignis or whatever and just apply the bleed, increase cool times. You should be fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at her skill preview. Her striker position is great, but I wouldn't run her anywhere in the striker position just because it's 7,000 strike points, and I don't think even in arena that would be worth it. She'd be better in your core 3. So let's look at her first skill. Yep, see? So restrained, I think it's just... I think restrained, what it does, well, that one's still restrained. I think it just limits movements. I think that's what it does. It's basically limits movements, and I think that when you do this, see all those roots in that area? I think that if other units walk into that area, then they will get restrained too. It's hard to say because units don't move around here. So that's her first skill, does damage and restrains them. So basically a stun, ends for 6 seconds, I think, so that's pretty darn good. It's a smaller AoE effect. It happens almost simultaneously, doesn't it? It's not that activation buff and then activation resistance debuff. It happens simultaneously. So, but it's happening quite a bit though. Like the status resistance debuff, it happens pretty frequently. Especially if you get her to level 5, I'm pretty sure that even if it happens simultaneously, you guys still will be landing the status activation debuff. So get her second skill to level 5, and she could even outperform Paper Helga. But again, Paper Helga has the duration buff of 12 seconds, it's only for 50%, but still for 12 seconds, and then Tianjin has it for 30%, but it goes up to 18 seconds. So personally, I would prefer Tianjin even over Paper Helga, just because of the duration buff, but the effectiveness does go down. She has 80%, Paper Helga has 50%, Tianjin has 30%. Okay, so 5-star heroes have been added to Conquest. This, again, I'm gonna have timestamps, guys. Don't worry. Timestamps always. NezZy timestamps, alright? Let's go over to Guild over here. So, if I remember correctly, it used to be 35 5-star fragments, okay? 35 5-star fragments at 18, which we're very close to. It's still at 35 5-star fragments. So, I'm guessing what this here means is that we have more heroes in the fragment section. I'm guessing before it was only certain units that you could get from these fragments, or certain units fragments that you could get from Guild Conquest chests, but now you guys have a lot more options. So what are the options? I'm going to post this up on, you guys can also go in, like when you guys first log into the game, you guys can just scroll down on the update event and take a look at it. Right now, what I'm looking at is Facebook notes, so I'm going to post that too, but if you guys can't open, just look at the events, okay? So, right here, the heroes that you can get now is Adonis Rock, Tasia Rock, Arcana Scissor, Arcana Rock, Tasia Scissor, Francisca Paper, Benito Rock, Carlota Rock, Natalia Rock, Benito Scissor, Carlota Scissor, Natalia Scissor, Kerr Rock, Yona Rock, Kerr Paper, Yunuk Scissor, Gunter Scissor, Julian Rock, Helga Paper, Gunter Paper, Zhaoqi Scissor, Jun Rock, Shaolin Scissor, Zhaoqi Paper, Jun Paper, Shaolin Rock. So if you guys heard a unit that you guys are looking forward to, I hope you guys are happy. However, these drops are random, so it's all up to RNG. Also, if you guys just noticed, we're almost at 18 chests, and we still have like 4 days left. So I'm loving the new guild. I'm loving the guild. It's just so much in unison now. Also, look at your black market right now, because when the update went live, the thing did reset. Okay, like the things in here got swapped around because I did not have a Shaolin here, but now I do. I already have both Shaolin, so I don't really need to get her. I already bought 2 common arena keys, so I wouldn't buy anything else. And then, so here's what's changed, okay? For now, on the black market, you can now buy Benito at 5 stars. So before I think all the other heroes were in there, but Benito had not been added to the 5-star RNG rotation. He has now been added. And then in your time shop now, what's going to happen is that Precision and Persistent Crest are now going to be added. So yep, look at this. Persistence Crest. Before we only used to be able to buy Grit and Resistance. Now we have Precision and Persistence. Then we have Yona Paper and Benito Fragments being added. So again, Benito, you have more chances to get Benito, as well as Yona Paper from the time shop. So this is where shit just goes, where shit hits the fan, because I did not take screenshots of units before, but I do know which units. Alright guys, so the video does cut here a little bit, and I apologize for that. What happened was that I initially recorded this, and I just basically said, I'm sorry, I can't cover anything, simply because, like, the reason is, the developers or the game didn't provide us on any notes, okay? So, like, for example, let me just pull this up right here. I know that Rock Adonis got buffed, okay, which is fine, because his first skill scaled off attack, and his second skill scaled off defense. That made him like kind of like bipolar. He can still be useful, okay? Like for example, I could run Rock Jun and then what's that thing's name? Celia Nuck, and then I could run Rock Adonis. He would have the defense buff for my Rock Jun with his status increase, and then he would have the attack speed and the attack buff increase for my Scissor Yanuk, right? Well, the thing is, he had these things previous to the patch, so I'm guessing that what's changed are multipliers. Maybe that 800% attack was originally 600%, okay? I know what units do, but I don't have it memorized. Like, I don't know for a fact that Francisca will be doing 1275 at her max skill with 4 buffs or stuff like that. Like, I don't have stuff memorized to the exact number. So what I realized was that units didn't really get buffs, rather they got stat changes, or some things were added. And note that they are all buffs, but no nerfs. But it's just hard for me to look at a unit and say, here's what's different, when I never had the unit myself, or when I never use the unit myself. So for Rockadonis, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what has changed. Francisca Paper, it's her leader skill that has changed from what I know. Leader skill increased defense of paper heroes by 10%. It used to be increased attack, which didn't really make a lot of sense. Tasia, never used them. Could have used her for giants, but I just used Gunter. So I know that the scissor one would explode dots, and that's what it does. Explodes dots. This one over here used to provide a recovery ban, and the more crit rate she had, the more damage she dealt. Leader skill was decrease or increase leverage damage onto paper targets, which just kind of makes her brutal because she's a scissor unit. Cooldown reduction. Casters, cooldown reduction upon a critical hit, and it was in a line. So maybe the amount of it has changed, like the multipliers or the duration buffs or the cooldowns have decreased. But if I didn't have the units, I don't know what has changed. Okay, like I have Paper Helga too, right? She's in Tragar, right? I have Paper Helga too, but the thing is, I really don't know what the hell changed with her, because I only ever used her for her second skill, never even looked at her first skill. But I'm not sure if it used to have a 75% decrease in damage dealt, which goes to a 90% damage dealt decrease, by the way. And this goes on to attack, defense, and HP skilling units. So, yeah. It's just hard for me to speculate on anything. One thing that I can be sure about is that Rock Bonito, I'm not sure, but I think his multiplier went up to 650. And even if it didn't, remember how we used to talk about him having absolutely no utility? He was all damage, but no utility. Well, now he has some utility. First attack would deal, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hits, right? Now each hit has a 35% chance to increase damage taken by 30%, which is great. Use Moonblade first and then follow it up with skill 2 to deal maximized damage. But other than that, guys, I cannot, for me to just look at a unit and just say this is what's changed, it's just going to be pure speculation. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a comment in the comment section down below just saying, if people know what has changed with certain units, please leave a reply here. And what you guys can do there is find the comment, and then just leave a reply there. And please like the comment. Okay, I'm not trying to get likes on my video. You guys don't have to like my video if you guys don't like it. Like the comment so the comment stays on top and so that more people can see it. Anything else? Ooh, one last thing. On Paper Elke, I think I forgot to say, use Vitality Orbs and then use Precision Crest. If you guys haven't watched the video that I uploaded like 14 or 15 hours ago, go ahead and watch it. It's about me reaching 500 subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody again, and how I'm doing a $10 gift card giveaway. So for that, you guys need to go to that video, leave a comment saying #NezZy, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. So if you guys liked the content today, go ahead and subscribe. But I wouldn't mind if you guys didn't subscribe, because I did not cover the increased stat heroes on 5 stars, but I just don't want it to be mere speculation from me and just me thinking, oh, I think this is what changed. Oh, I think this is what's new. Alright? So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until the next time, guys, Neon out.